spending time with us. We cannot thank you enough, Glynis, for doing this for all of us. And there's so many things we want to discuss. So let's go first and discuss what's in the news and what do you think about what happened with this case, with the murder that we all witnessed. And we need your answer. What do you think is going on there?
Okay, so let me say quickly, for those who don't know, what is numerology? The science that I'm using, it's 2,500 years old.
Yeah.
Pythagoras was the creator of the system, and the belief is that everything has vibration. Now, mind you, I've done over 32,000 readings, so I've certainly reached some unique conclusions. It's not like I hang out with Pythagoras.
Right.
I wish him well, but he moved on 2,500 years ago. And what I've done is find some number patterns that I share with the people who follow my work. And I've written Glynis Has Your Number and Love by the Numbers. Both books help them apply the numbers to their life to make their life a little easier. That's the whole goal. So one of the big things in the news right now, it's Gabby Petito and Brian Landry. Now, what's interesting about them, technically on paper, their life path is a natural match. But It was August when this happened. And this month of August, particular month, it was a month of 8. The world number was 5. I was incredibly concerned about that month for everybody. Like I warned people about it, Carmen, because I knew there'd be drama. And if we look on the world stage, Afghanistan, the way it was such a dupe for our administration, right? It's like they had given notice, we're leaving. Right. Didn't matter. And then for the leader of that country to just go, I'm out of here. It was like, what? So the point is that was very dramatic and crazy. That's exactly what I could see in the numbers. And so when we go to Gabby and Brian, what happened there? She's a 5 life path. So 5 already, drama does come after them, right? And she was expressive. And, they're on August 12th, we saw, which is pretty bizarre when you think about it. They were pulled over because somebody reported that he had been slapping her in the car. And when she talked to them, she was crying, saying, I'm sorry, I just get upset. Sometimes what was it, OCD, which she was not, that was not like she was never diagnosed as that. She was just using it the way kids do, right? They just say, oh, I'm OCD, or gee, I'm being so ADD, or whatever they want to say, but it wasn't true. In this case, they were in a small space. They were in this stupid little van that she kind of created for the trip. And they were doing it on YouTube. Like they were doing this big travel and had all these great ideas. And they, of course, looked like a darling couple, but clearly it was out of control. So what I believe, because now, his parents covered for him, he quote unquote said he went hiking, now he's missing. Do I think he'll be found? Yes, I do. I do not think this guy's safe anywhere, because that's one thing about social media and stuff, Carmen. It's not like the old days when someone's missing and we don't know about it. Everyone is obsessed with finding him. Right. But here's the deal. I think
How are we gonna find him?
Say it again.
Are we gonna find him?
Yes, I say yes. I say he will be found. But here's the deal. His parents are just as guilty because they hid him. Shame on them. And when I looked at his numbers, I saw the number 9, which is the issues hanging on to family, sometimes an unhealthy connection. Because the truth is, a good parent would have said, you got to turn yourself in. Even if you just snap, people do snap. And I believe that happened because this girl was so little. She was like 5'1", 5'2", weighed 110 pounds. He was a tall, big guy. And what was interesting, if you watch videos of him talking, as polite as he is, look at his hands. His hands are huge. I mean, it would take nothing for him to just get upset, snap, and all of a sudden panic. Now, people have asked me, do you think it was deliberate? Of course not. No. This man did not set out to kill his fiance. I think he loved her, but it doesn't matter. It blew up on both of them in August. So more will be revealed. But that's what I do, is I look at the numbers. If the numbers are toxic, that tends to be a different story. Sometimes a toxic number, it can be premeditated that someone wants you dead because they have so much hate. That's not what happened here. But I'm disgusted by all of it, as is everybody. But I promise you, more to come. We're not going to be stuck on this. Like, where is he forever? No. So that's one thing. Here's another. This month of September. Notice how fast it moved, Carmen? Yeah. You feel the speed? Yeah, well, that's coming from 2021, which is the 5, right? 2 plus 0, 2 plus 1. Well, the 9, all the 9 energy does, which is the month of September, is exemplify it. Like it shows it even brighter. So I knew this was going to move more quickly, not be as dramatic. Like we've had some stuff happen, no question, but not like last month. There was a darkness to last month. And what was funny, I was on Coast to Coast with George Norrie. It's like, gee, you must hate August. And I laughed. I go, I was born in August, honey. I love August. Like I was born in August.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's my favorite, right? But I am a realist. And when I look at energy, I'm smart enough to go, wow, let's pay attention to that, right? I'm not going to flip it the other way just because it's my birthday month, right? So here's what I say. Yes, it's moving quickly. What are we now? We're at the end of the month, 29th. We only have a couple days left, right? Do we have 2 days or one? September. Anybody have an answer? What day does it end? The 30th or the 31st? It is the 30th. So we only have a day left. Okay. So here's what I want people to focus on. As we enter October, October is the one energy, but remember, it also has the 0. So when you have that, 0 means intuition. It means a gift of knowing what's up, but also pushing yourself. If you've been lazy, if you fell into a funk, maybe some people I find they end up drinking a little too much or eating a little too much or overworking. Stop it. Now, the month of October says, take care of you. Just regroup. Look at yourself. How are you doing? Right? Because we know without our health, we have nothing. And that's the one energy. And then the 5, even though it moves quickly, you can accomplish a lot in this month of October. So I feel much better about where we're going the last 3 months as opposed to what we've been through this summer.
Right.
Yeah. And that's all.
October is going to be a way better month. Definitely
say it again.
Better than September.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
So you're saying that October overall has a way better energy than the month of September.
It's night and day. Yeah.
Night
and not
and day. Fabulous.
September. Some people I'm sure have some good news this month. I wouldn't be surprised. It was August and July that were difficult, but because October is the 1-5 energy, it's in alignment. So just invite you. What I always say is write your stuff down. If you have goals you want to accomplish, make sure you write it down and cross it off as you go. Because no matter what, there was nothing I could do about the speed of this year. I knew it was going to move really fast. Whereas last year, 2020, moved slowly. We lived that 2020. It was very hard. And as optimistic as we were, we watched a lot of bad happen with that pandemic. And then here we are still dealing with it, but a little differently because a lot of us, made that choice to get vaccinated. And if not that, then we just are safe, got the mask,
but
still social distance.
You see the pandemic is still here.
Yes,
and people are still get it. I saw a doctor the other day saying, well, I've been vaccinated. I still got the virus. And here I am 5 weeks later. I still don't feel good. So what's going on with this pandemic, Glynis?
Well, let me tell you, what is technically happening here. It's not going to go. 2022 is when we do the healing. The number 2 literally promotes healing, and that's what's going to happen. So we will see our shift. If I had said last year to everybody, gee, we're going to deal with this pandemic for 2 years, I would never say that because that's just too brutal. We as humans have no patience, right? We want it fixed yesterday. But I do feel confident as we go into 2022, it gets much better. And when we talk about going back to the way it was, that's going to take a while, meaning thousands of people, when you've got thousands of people in a room, back before this pandemic, if you hung out with that kind of group, you got sick anyway, right? We got colds, but we didn't end up dying. So there's going to be it'll be much better. It was the year of 2020 and 2021 that we were going to suffer some, that we were going to go through this hard lesson, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah.
We're getting there. Now, I heard people saying, oh, this will never go away. What's your take on it? This will continue to exist. This is it's going away.
That's simply not true. It's simply not true. It's just, it reminds me of a child, right? A kid wants it yesterday, so they get mad. And if it doesn't go fast enough, like, fine, it's going to be here forever anyway. Not true. Not true. We're getting through it. It's just a tough time. And, play it right. Like I said, in my world, we got vaccinated, but there's people who chose not to, fine, but wear your mask, consider others. Like I just talked to a client yesterday who works in a bank, and one of the guys, wasn't vaccinated, went off to Mexico, comes back, didn't quarantine. Well, he infected the bank, and they had to tell everyone who came in. You know, they had to call these people that have their money in that bank and said, hey, you may have been exposed. That's not okay, is it? It's not okay if you can avoid it. So that's what I'm telling you. Make the effort. Yeah. The other thing I want to say to you, Carmen, the whole conspiracy stuff, that only if social media did not exist, we wouldn't be up against it. You know, social media fuels it. And I'm looking forward to having more rules in place for all social media, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of watching, because I counsel.
Will we be able to do that? Will we be able to put an end to this nightmare with all
we have to.
conspiracy? Yeah.
We have to, because we can't function properly. You see, there needs to be rules in place to help us, you know, at least get to the truth, whatever the truth really is. I'm sick of it's just mixed messaging. And then there's so much anger. I'm watching friendships end. I'm watching marriages end because they're following different, different, what do we call it? Like a rabbit hole. They're going down different rabbit holes.
True.
And trying to coexist, and they both feel very right in what they believe. So you know what I say? 2022 represents a lot more truth. I welcome it. Give us the truth, and then let us decide. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. You want to go get make some people happy?
Say it again.
You want to make some people happy?
Of course, I do.
Yeah. So let's celebrate us, Glynis. What a treat that you are with us. I'm gonna go to a lady who I know, Julia Parasi, but she said she's born 2021. Julia, you're not born in this year. Just correct that. So that's a question. She wants to correct her teeth. But she has an she has an appointment. She's born, she said, I'm born July 13, 21. When are you born, Julia? Because you're not born, you're not 2 months old.
Wow. Wait a second here. Let's see. So her question is what? Because it's not making sense, right? She
wants to align her teeth. She wants to do it. She has an appointment on October 18th. She wants to correct her teeth. She wants to wear
and she wants to know if it's a good day for her to do it. Did she give us a date?
That's a good day for her to do it.
Okay, October 18th. Hold on. Let me see. I like that energy of that day, but is it good for her too? This is what I would tell her. Technically, she's not 2021. So what are we going to do about that?
That's a mistake on her part.
I know, but that means I don't.
Something. Julia, write me your birthday, my baby girl. What's wrong with you? Yeah. I'm looking for you to give me your correct birthday.
Right, because it's hard. I can't, if I don't know the life path number of that person, I can't answer that.
That is hard. Okay, so
but I will say this, that actual day energy, what I like about it, it's in alignment with itself. It is not toxic, meaning 9-6 is good energy. So if she happens to be compatible to that energy, then it's a perfect day for surgery.
That's right.
So that's what we need to find out.
Monica, she's born 6/6/78. She's interested in new business, love, marriage, whatever you can give her. What about a relocation? June 6, 1978.
Okay.
So you guys, please. Birthday.
Money and okay, she wants to know money, new business, and love and marriage. What about relocation? Well, my goodness, Monica, you're adorable. But if you think I'm answering 3 parts of your life, good luck.
No, absolutely. Answer one thing. One thing. We're not answering more than one question, guys. That's
right.
Because
you're asking business, love, marriage. But I will tell you this. How about we talk about you? Who are you by the numbers, and what are you capable of? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's a good one. So let's say, Monica, you've got the 6, which is the nurturer. So if you're not in a marriage yet, yes, you very much want to have a partnership with someone, but you're ultimately a one life path, which means you have high standards. You know, you like things a certain way, and you're not going to put up with less than that. So that means you technically should be learning some of the numbers. Carmen, what I'm going to do is give them a promo code today, because I'd like her to start running charts on the men that she meets to make sure they're worth it. If you type love numbers, just the words love numbers in the promo code at numberslady.com, you can get a report on you and someone you want to know about, or just you personally to know what your numbers are. So in her case, she needs to do that, because if she picks someone that's not good for her, I don't want her settling for less than what she wants. I don't want her getting in a marriage and then later going, I can't do this. Because you know more than anybody, the one life path will not stay married. They won't stay if they're miserable. I think of big examples like Drew Barrymore, married 3 times, I'm out the door. Miley Cyrus.
Right.
These are all one life paths. They just can't stay if it doesn't feel good. It leads to depression. The other thing I'd say, business, you need to pick something where you're entrepreneurial. You should not work for somebody else. So if you've got a business idea, you can, shoot us another note, and I can tell you by the numbers which one's best for you. But with your 3, just like me and Carmen, we light up the room. It's the eyes, the voice, the smile. And when we believe in something, it's contagious. You have that same, Monica. So I hope you use that in what you're thinking. All right. So there you go. Yes. I'm going to do something. Give me just a second. 1 second.
Right.
The camera's off for 1 sec.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'll pop it back on. I'm just checking something here. Hold on. You can go ahead and grab somebody.
Okay, so I see here. There's so many people, hundreds of people. So we figure it out that Julia, that called before she's born, July 13, 1990. Anyhow, so
July 13th, 1990, and her name is Julia.
Julia, that one I gave you before, that was asking whether she.
Oh, because she didn't give it to us. She said 2021, 2, 3. Well, guess what, Julia? It's a perfect day to get that done, girly girl. Aren't you lucky? I'm glad you gave us your birthday, dear. Yes, that'll go very well for you. You picked a great day to get it done.
Perfect.
Yay.
Julia, you got your answer. That's perfect. Okay, let's see who else we have. We have so many people. So we're gonna go to Miela said she has bad luck in getting a job. She's born July 1990.
All right, 1, 2.
Any
All right.
Job?
Okay. Let's see what's going on with her. What would be messing her up? First of all, I'm going to tell you what's good news. And how do you pronounce that name? Is it Mihaela?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the deal. You literally have numbers of the magician. Like, it is absolutely possible for you to manifest it. Here, what's gone wrong is you're now scared. You feel like you can't get a job. It's like, no matter how I try, no one wants to hire me. Well, what you're doing when you do that, you are affirming it. You are telling the universe, that's right. No matter who interviews me, won't give me a job. So we got to flip that. Now, there's a couple things to do. You actually have a 1 attitude. You're born on a 3-day, and you're a 2 life path. Whenever we have 1, 2, 3, before you get out of that bed, you just lay in the bed in the morning and go, my life is as easy as 1, 2, 3. And every time you feel depressed or frustrated, say it again, because the universe is listening. My life is as easy as 1, 2, 3, because that is your blessed numbers. Now, when you do an affirmation to counteract negative, I would be doing, which one would I love to do and give you? I would go with abundance, because this is all of it, right? You say abundance is my divine right. I welcome prosperity and a new job. Abundance is my divine right. I welcome prosperity and a new job. That's what you're doing. So write down what I said, okay? Abundance is my divine right. I welcome prosperity and a new job. You start saying that. Now, what I find, yes, some people get lucky really fast. Like, they do it and they're like, Glynis, I got a job the next day. Good for them. But it might take a minute because your subconscious doesn't believe it. Right now, like I said, you're coming from a place of fear and feel like you can't get work. But 15 minutes, you say it out loud. I always suggest light a white candle, because to me, it's like lighting it up to say, hello, universe, I'm over here. I know you're busy, but I still need you to pay attention to me, and start affirming it. And that'll help shift it. That'll help you get the job, because you are very qualified. What I want to say is you're a hard worker, like you have good numbers, but when you get a job, you want to give everything you've got. So I see you as an asset, but we have to shift the way you're thinking, and that's the way to do it. Yeah.
Fabulous. We're gonna talk to Johanna. She wants to know about. They all want to know a lot.
I know. And that's
2781 about marriage and eventually having a child.
So, and I want to say this to everyone watching: if you've written like 3 things, don't do that.
It's only one question because
right, and it's okay.
Minutes of you. We cannot answer so many people.
Not that many. Not when we have a bunch.
Yeah,
not when we have a bunch of people. But here's the other thing: I do numerology sessions. If you sincerely are going, Glynis, I am messed up on my marriage, my children, career. I want to know. That's a reading.
But if you need to speak with Glynis,
yeah, get a real session
because they actually can come to you. You know what I mean? And request a session with you.
Yeah.
And then you look in depth and find a million of answers from them.
Yes. But what I do in a numerology session, we can walk through that. And then I look at your numbers and really dissect you. Because today, what we're doing, this is called fast food numerology. We're kind of looking at like those basic 3 numbers, but there are 6 numbers that make up our blueprint. There's a destiny number. There's pinnacle cycles. Now, mind you, again, if you want to know your basic numbers, if you type love numbers at numberslady.com in the promo code, you can get your report and read about you, which is important to do. But let's look at her and I'll give her some information.
Also, you have your great calendars. Everybody should get your calendars.
Yeah, the calendar helps you schedule that date. Like example, Val who just asked, is this a good day for me? If she got the calendar, it would show her, you'd see a sunny day symbol for good days to do it. And that helps. But going to this gal right now, let's see. She says marriage, children, career. She's born on a 1 day, right? Because it's the opposite of, born the 27th because she went the other way. Remember, I'm from California. This is backwards for me, right? Right. So she was born the 27th and it's 1/27/1981, right? Even though it says 27/1. Right. So she's born on a 9 day, 1, 1, 2. Well, I'll tell you what's cute about your pattern that you're getting today, Carmen. You've got really sweet energy coming through. Like I would just want to say to your group, you guys are really good little people. Like you've got this huge heart and you're just trying to figure out how can I give it to the right person? So then we have to look at what stops you from making the best choice. In your case, Ionica, with that 9, it could be old issues from your family. You could have had mom and dad who were too critical of you or were not as supportive of you as you would hope. And so it's messed a little bit with your self-esteem. You've got these high standards and that can hurt you. You see what I mean? And that's where it's coming from. But I want to say, since you are ultimately a 2, use your intuition. When you meet someone, you do have the answer in the beginning, and then you throw it out. You're like, oh, maybe I'm being too judgmental. Maybe I'll give Charlie Manson a chance. You don't want to do that. If the guy is not good, you pretty much know it in the first week. So the first thing I say, if you're single, you need to start affirming something beautiful in relationship. And yes, Carmen, I do have affirmations to attract healthy love. That's also on my website. Right. And all it does help you focus on it. And you know about my book, Love by the Numbers, the same thing. It's just, if we can understand each other's energy, we can heal. And I'm going to say this too. Everyone who has a 2, and a lot of your people do, I want to say I'm so sorry for what they've been through the last couple of years, because these, just like you and I, when you have that empathy, it's painful because we can't fix this, like this pandemic and feeling limited and the death, the level of people dying. If you're empathetic, you feel that. I don't care how busy you are, how much you think you're focused on you feel the loss. So you have to fill yourself up with good stuff, make yourself feel better, take care of you, right? There it is, Carmen. That's what I see.
This is a beautiful message for you. Glynis, you look fabulous in pink.
No, well, would you look? You gave me the Glynis. Look how psychic you are to put my name there. Did you see what you did? Oh, I thought you said it. Did you notice how you put my name in pink today, Carmen?
Right.
That's and when I saw the pink and I'm wearing pink, oh, look at you, you little psychic, as usual. And P.S., let me talk about Carmen for a moment. Knowing this woman for years, she is ridiculously gifted. Like when this woman is on a roll, like if she wants to read someone or have insight, I've watched her in action. You can run, but you can't hide. She's got you. She's got you cold. So I know you're still doing your magic, and you do reads too, don't you still, Carmen?
Yeah.
Yeah, good, because you are so gifted. But I believe, here we technically are both threes. 3 means here to motivate and uplift others. So that's both our calling. Like we just want to help people get on the road, and we're not competitive. Like when we see someone win, we're so excited. If we get a letter from someone we read and they're like, you turned my life around, we just sit there grinning, going, yay, I'm so happy that happened for you.
When I met Glynis, I was in love with you. I said, this woman I adore. You know what I mean?
But Carmen, absolutely. What about TikTok? I want to talk about that body. I saw you do your little dance steps. I'm like, whoa, girl, what's your secret? What's the diet?
Not eating. That's the secret.
Yes. No you're food. I gave up food. All I know is this. You look amazing. So, you do. And I mean it.
Wants to know about health or finance. One of the two, whichever you prefer.
All right. I say, let's look at health because that's a big one right now. All right. So hold on. So we got a 454. All right. Hi, Lindsay. All right. So what I see, born on a 4-day, technically a 5 life path with a 5 attitude. That means you battle yourself within. Like you, Lindsay, you have no less than 2 voices going at all times. Like you just do this back and forth, and you can beat yourself up. So you got to find ways to escape your brain. I say, put on your good music, makes you happy. It's all vibration. When we hear songs that we know for a fact we love, it puts us in such a happy place. I want you to do more of that. It also tells me with that 4, you internalize. Like, see, the 5 is like freedom, leave me alone. But the 4, when you're upset, you let it go inside you, and that messes with your health. So again, my suggestion, put on music that makes you happy. Watch videos that make you laugh. Lindsay, when you laugh, it has a healing effect on you. It starts to make you feel better. The other thing that's happening, you're in a personal year of 1. So here's what I found. When someone's in a cycle of 1, and here we are with the craziness of being limited, like the 5 needs that freedom to come and go. We don't have that right now. So I think you have a frustration that's also being internalized. When we head out of here and you move into 2022, you end up in the cycle of 2 energy, which is better. It's just better because you get more in touch with your own heart. You're like more forgiving of you and even other people in your life. Because what I find, when we are judgmental of ourselves, we will be judgmental of others. We can't help it. That's what our eye does. Like we have a critical eye. Lindsay, when you drop all that and go, you know what? Live and let live. I just want to be happy. I want to be at peace. That's coming. Okay. Just know that. And I'm suggesting for the next 3 months, focus on your health. Look at the food you're eating. Go more to fruits and veggies. You don't have a choice. Carmen, I know you'll agree that so much food is processed and it's really hurting us. It's messing with our health. But if we get back to that natural stuff.
Everything is the food.
It's medicine. Yeah, it is medicine in our body. And Lindsay, if you make that effort for the next 3 months, you're going to feel so good. And as you move into the year, you'll be ready. You'll be ready.
So true.
Yeah.
Somebody is watching us from Philippines.
What happened?
From Philippines.
All right. So 8/30, 1992. Thank you. My life past 5. Watching from the Philippines. Okay. So we got the 3 for communication and then the 2. Lot going on there. Okay. What would I want to tell you about this? You know what? Sometimes, Loretto, you can be misinterpreted because you have a 2 and a 5, which means you like women, or I would feel women are your thing, okay? When it comes to beauty, you appreciate people who make an effort. And when it comes to relationships, if it's not great for you, you will get bored. So I say, here's the shadow side of your numbers. Looking at women as a buffet of options, like, wow, which one do I get? You love the pretty and the sparkle, you do. But you also want something healthy because your 2 is like, I want a relationship. And your 5's like, I want my freedom. I don't want to settle for less than I want. So I say, when it comes to love, again, start running some numbers with these people. Make sure it's someone worth your while, because as much as you'll try to be committed, if they're not really what you want, like an intellectual equal or someone you benefit from when it comes to communication, you'll burn out. And of course, sensuality. You are very sensual, so you need someone who matches you in that way. All right, so that's the key to love for you. And as I told Carmen, type love numbers in the promo code and order a chart. If you're interested in a gal right now and you want to know,
you should order charts. You know,
yeah, it's nothing.
I mean, because they are, you know, life savior. They're gonna give you the roadmap of your life, and you will know exactly like you know, the caller before who said, I need to know whether October 18 is good. If you have Glynis calendar, you already know. If you have you don't even need to doubt that day. So you have it already. Everything is planned. Then you follow the calendar, you follow your chart, and you know exactly when to do something, when not to do it, when to make a decision. So that's why I am so grateful for Glynis to join us. And you guys should do should run right away and get those charts, get those calendars immediately for yourself.
Yeah, and it will help. It'll help him make a good choice. Yes. You know, that's the thing, because like I said.
Yeah, because every day people ask, what should I do? You know, and if you have those, then you have your answers.
Yes. And just know this is 2021 is still happening. These next 3 months are very action packed. So I keep that calendar up so that when you schedule these next 3 months, you're able to still look at your calendar. We just discount the hard copy. It's like $5 off, and it wasn't expensive to begin with. So take advantage. Yeah, they'll love it. All right. So what do we have here? Sandy.
We have Sandy, who's born September 2071. She wants to come. If anything, she needs to focus before the end of the year in terms of career.
All right, let's do this. Wow, she really has all those fives. Sandy, you're a human popcorn machine. And since your birthday was a minute ago, I'm going to do it. Ready? Let's do it, Carmen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
Beautiful
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
That's right. A minute ago, Sandy, and I'll bet money she's grinning ear to ear. Okay. So what is 555? You said, what's coming up with my career and money for me? Anything I need to focus on? Well, my gosh. Yes. My first thought is 555. She really has a truckload of fives. That means your brain never stops. You know, you're a little detective. If someone lies to you, you always find out the truth. So I like people like you who end up in like criminal justice or detective work, because why not? It's a natural for you. Celebration of life. You know, when someone gives to you, you're like the hot potato giver. They give to you, you feel the need to give it right back. If they write you a thank you note, you write a thank you for the thank you note. Like you got to calm it down. That's my first message. And I know, again, I've talked about the energy of 5 needing to move right now and how difficult it's been. Sandy, you're in a cycle of ones, and now you should sit down and write down, what the heck do I hope to accomplish in the next 9 years? Because you're in a brand new cycle. What are my goals? What do I really want? If you're willing to do that, then it's going to be achievable. Like it's like you're at ground zero right here. Now it's time to make my decision. If you do that, it'll make it much better. And as for focus, I find with a 5, it's the one number that if they don't write it down, it moves too quickly. And I'm sure you'll agree with us, Sandy, in the cycle of 5, although it's your energy, it just was crazy, right? It's like Monday, suddenly it's Friday, and you didn't get your goal done. The other thing I want you to watch out for, if you are escaping, remember I talked about people who are drinking more than they mean to, or eating more than they mean to, or working too much. Find your balance. Yoga, meditation, anything that gets you to your core, that would be key for you, Sandy. If you do that right now, you're going to feel much better. Like you'll feel like you're in control of your life instead of it feels a little out of control. And then, as I've said, because a 5 is a light, sometimes it attracts bugs, meaning vampires, people who take too much from you. Just have your boundaries in place. If you feel you're being used, it's not reciprocal, let them go. Let them go. This is a perfect cycle to do it for you. And that's it.
Right. So Christina wants to love about love. Eventually love, December 1987.
12, 1987, born on a 1 day. 3, 4, 6, 1, double one. Okay. Well, Christina, all right, you've got that double one. So what cycle you're in right now? You're in a cycle of 8. You know what I'd be focused on? Let me confirm that. If I said 4, no, she's not in a cycle 8. She's in a cycle of 9 because it's 3 plus 1, which is 4. Cycle of 9 represents clearing space for new beginnings. So what you should be doing, Christina, look around your house. What's going on? What's in the closet? Do you have too many things? Did you buy too much? And now you look around going, I can't handle all this. Get rid of it. You know, this is really a time for you to just go clear my space for new beginnings, because new beginnings means you're going to hit the ground running. Like 2022, it's going to be a massive shift for you in a positive way. In the cycle of 9, right, sometimes we feel like no matter what I'm trying to achieve, it doesn't seem to happen at my pace. And that annoys you, Christina. Your pace is fast. You're like, what's next? What are we doing? Multitasker. So just, again, focus on what you are in control of, and that is your environment. And I don't know if you want to make a move, like move out of where you live. If you did, it would be a great time to do it. This year would be fun. The next 3 months, a new space. And if you stay in your space, then fix it up. Make it prettier. Paint the walls, you know, buy a new comforter. Just change the environment enough for you to feel it's fresh and new again. That's important for you. Okay, and then what else? Double one energy. Endorphin release for the number 1. If they have to take time out to exercise daily, because that's the only time they'll escape all their thoughts and relax. You know, it's like an endorphin release does them a world of good. All my people that are One Life Halves that exercise, they tend to be at the top of their game. And the ones who don't fall into kind of a depression. They feel like they got put in last place. You cannot be in last place when you are here to be number 1 at what you do. So that's the message. Work on that stuff, Christine, and everything else, love and finance, it'll fall into place. It's about you first, and it will fall into place.
Brian. Yep. Brian wants to know his life purpose.
3:20. I was going to make a joke to Carmen and say, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Right? It's a fair question. Oh, look at this. Right. What's funny about Brian, the other guy also had, he went the other way with it, but remember he had a 3, 2, 5. This guy, he's born on a 2 day. He's got a 5 attitude, and then he's a 5 life path. Okay, so let's just talk about that energy. What do we do to I almost want to say make peace with yourself, you know, make yourself happier instead of frustrated? Because I think Brian's actually really sensitive. You know, born the 20th means you feel things deeply. You're intuitive, you're psychic, you're in tune. But then you got double 5, which means even though you want this quiet, peaceful place, drama loves you. It's like it's going to throw something at you. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this just happened. So what I'm going to suggest to you, Brian, relax that. You know, say, I am in control. I am in control of my environment, and I don't have to respond to everything. You know, as they say, when you're on your path, you don't have to respond to every barking dog. Who cares what they say? And right now, like I said, Carmen, in this world of social media, you have to stop and ask yourself when someone is rude, ask yourself, do they know me? Right. Chances are no. And since they don't, there's nothing to say. And Brian, I feel like you have to figure that out in the relationships in your life, the people you deal with. Now, if you say career-wise, you're not supposed to work in a normal office. You know, 5 has to have the freedom to come and go in their environment, like real estate agents. Not uncommon for them to be 5s. They're out there driving around, looking at beautiful homes, selling it to somebody else. It makes sense. The other thing, producers, idea people. Brian, you have ideas in your head all the time, so you can work on that. You know, if you could pitch an idea or maybe write a story, maybe you have this wonderful story in your head, but you never put it to paper. Think of the gal from the Harry Potter series. What was her first name? Do you remember, Carmen?
No, I don't.
What is it? We know her. Someone should put it down. But either way, the gal, maybe Vanessa's listening and she can tell us. Look for Vanessa McCants. She tends to tell us things.
Yeah,
Vanessa. But the Harry Potter series, she had the 5 for the fantasy. You know, if a 5 can't go around like get out of the regular environment, they have this great imagination. And that's why when they read someone else's book, they escape into the fantasy of the book. They love it. So Brian, look at all these choices. But the biggest key is if you don't pick a career that you love, you'll burn out and move on to something else. So we need to make sure you use all those gifts that you have in that career. But those are suggestions for you. Yeah.
From France, from Paris, we have somebody on January 2nd, 86, wants to know about the money. All she cares what's going on with her money. Andrea from Paris.
Well, that's so cute why she wrote Banny. What does that mean? Because that's my sister's nickname, but she doesn't know Vanessa, right?
No.
Do you see how she wrote Banny?
Yeah.
Well, my sister has me laughing because like Vanessa's nickname is Banny. I'm always like, hey, Banny, spelled the same way. All right. So 3. But now let me ask you something. If she's from France, is that reversed? Is she born 2-1 or 1-2?
That may be. Yeah, that may be February 2nd, 86. Because people in Paris, they used to put it the other way around.
So which one do you think it is?
I think it's February 1st, 86.
You do?
European people in Paris put it.
Because I did some gal the other day. She's like, oh, you thought I was the 11th. I'm not. No. I don't think anything. What I think is when I say a birthday, I do it the way I do it.
Yes.
So that's why it's really important when I read you, reverse it for me, please. Just say, hey, month and day, the way we do it. Month, day, full year. Month. Mm-hmm. Even when you get a chart today, if you want to order one, just make sure you put month, day, full year. Okay. Right. So we're going to assume it's 2-1, 1986. Okay. So we got 3, 1, 4, 6, 4, 5, 9. So 1, 9. All right. And she wants to know just about what?
Money. She's
can you see where it says, where do you see this as money?
No, she just added in a separate email that she wants to know about.
I was going to say, because I thought it would be right if you said no. If you said that Banny is money in a different language, that would be even better for my sister. Okay, so let's do this. All right. So you got born on one day and doing this right, 5, 6, 9. When you have the 1 and the 9 in your birth numbers, it means the sky's the limit because 1 is the beginning and 9 is the number of completion. So you have all of it. You've got ambition, you've got love, you've got communication, you know how to get organized, you like your freedom, you want a relationship, like it's all within you. So then you decide what to focus on. So if money has been elusive, money is completely connected to our psyche. So again, what is it you believe, right? Keeping it simple. This one, I'm just going to go with Louise because I love her. Louise wrote, You Can Heal Your Life. And if you don't have Louise L. Hay's book, you're nuts. That's a book I refer to a lot. But one she kept real simple that's fun. And you can start saying, Andrea, I pay my bills with ease and I always have extra money. I pay my bills with ease and I always have extra money. I pay my bills with ease and I always have extra money.
That made her, that's why she created the house, That's why she will always be, in the history.
Yes, no, and it's wonderful. So you go 15 minutes, just say it again and again, Andrea, because what you're doing, once we can convince our subconscious mind that we do pay our bills with these and always have extra money, the money happens. Phone calls ring. And I do have a client I want to share with you. He's going to be doing a testimonial on audio, and I'll share it with my Facebook page. But he literally took his income from $1,100 in a month. Let's see what he told me, $1,100 a week. And now he's hit 12,000 in 1 month. And you know what he told me? He says, because he does truck driving. He's like, when I was driving, I did it the whole time because he got my CD, Affirmations to Attract More Prosperity. He said, I do it for hours. Why not? Right? He was like repeating it because money's been his issue and he's sick of having lack. He's sick of never coming up with money. And here he hit it, 12,000. So what would he would have been 4,400 a month and he shifted to 12. That's what you do. But I can't do that for you. Only you can. It's your subconscious holding you back, not your consciousness. Andrea, consciously, you want to make money. You have good ideas, but it's beneath that. It's lower. And once we shift it, it's higher and you watch the magic. So that's the answer for you. Mm-hmm.
So Karen wants to know about retirement. March 656.
All right, March 6, 1956, and the question is about retirement.
Yeah.
So the question is, Karen, what are you saying? Are you saying, when should I retire? Is this a good year to retire? What exactly do you mean, right?
All she said,
Or
she said the
she
purpose
just means,
of retirement.
like, what would she do? Okay, well, let's just look at those numbers. She literally has, let me confirm, 9. She's a 3 life path, born on a 6-day 9. Karen, 369. Please, those are wonderful. 3 is communication. 6 is magnetic, should be in charge. 9 is old soul. So the answer is, what can you do to make the planet better? What can you do that before you leave the planet, you have left footprints in the sand? People are not going to forget you. You've got to come up with a way. So that's the answer. Use your creative juices. Whatever you didn't use in your regular job. Look, I have people who design jewelry. I have people who open shops online, right? Because of the pandemic, but they have beautiful stuff. They have this great creative mind. They just didn't use it. The other one is writing. Always a story to tell. When you have 369, it's such a beautiful thing. It means what you see is what you get. Karen, you've always just been Karen. People can count on you. So now, if you have opinions about society, if you think we're moving in the wrong directions, write a book and help us find our way back. Help us figure it out. You have that in you. So that's the answer. Retirement, you're not retiring. You're just going to move on to what your purpose, right? You're going to move on to where you really belong, which I think is here to motivate, uplift, and make the world a better place. That's what you should be doing in your retirement.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And not this year. I don't know when she retired, but I would not have said, if someone said, hey, Glenny, should I retire this year? And I was in the cycle of 5, I'd say, no. Move, retire next year. Good cycle of 6. So I don't know if she retired this year. If she did, then I said, just relax. Focus on you. Take care of your health. Feel pretty. I say, get the hair done. We can do that right now. Get a massage. We can do that right now. Just feel good before you move on to your next adventure.
True.
Yeah.
I want to go to Serena, October 29, 89, about her career.
And let me tell you something, again, for your audience. When people talk to me about career, they should give me careers that they're thinking of. Like if someone says, Glenn, I want to make a career move, give me 3 suggestions that you have in your mind, and I can tell you the best one by the numbers. That's what I do. And then I help you get on the right road. So right now, this is vague, right? She's just saying career. I can talk to her about some ideas of what she can do, but I'd really prefer always, Serena, that you guys tell me what you have in mind, okay? So born on a 2-day, 3, 4, let's see. Lots of repeating numbers with you. Carmen, notice that? There's like 5, 2, 5. Now this is 3, 2, 3. So that's our pattern. Okay, career. With double 3 energy, obviously, Carmen has her gift and she does it her way. I have my gift. I do it my way. You have to decide, Serena, what do you feel called to? What is a natural gift that you have? What resonates with you? Because that number 2, that's intuition. There's no way you don't feel the truth. Even when it comes to spirit energy, the numbers 2 and 7, they're the ones who see the ghost in the night, Or when someone passes away, that person comes to them in a dream. You have that in you, Serena, that you're aware of energy, not just here, but when they've crossed over. The other thing, sense of humor. What can you do to make us laugh? What can you do to lighten up the room? That's another thing, Serena. So again, think about careers that you've considered. And remember, if you are not using your natural counseling skill, then you're in the wrong field. 3 energy must express themselves. Otherwise, they're miserable. You make a 3 shut up. Good luck with that. As a matter of fact, Serena, when you're quiet, people get nervous. Like, is something wrong? Are you okay? So yeah, it's a form of communication, and it's your job to decide which one is it. Motivational speaking, writing, counseling, what you're going to do. All of that invites you in. There you go.
Now, Glynis, I'd love to talk about you because people should know, first of all, how to get a hold of you, how to schedule something with you. where can they get your books? How? Because the most important, people want to schedule sessions with you because of your enormous talent, the work that you have done, and how they can benefit by working with you directly. Just give us all the detail, because all these hundreds of people calling in, they need your help.
Yes. So here's what they can do. They go to numberslady.com, www.numberslady.com, and you can see what I do. And I have a free newsletter. It tells you what's in store for each month. So that's always smart to get involved with. Tells you when I'm teaching classes, like a numerology class, which is also good. But for counseling, look, my toll-free number, 1-877-686-2373. 1-877-686-2373. You can call that to get some help, to get set up for a session with me. If you're out of the country, I do a Zoom. I do Zoom readings or Skype, so that works for you. And also, yes, counseling, there's 3 ways that I do it. I either do a live 45-minute session where we cover your whole life, or if you have one question that you're just burning, I got to get the answer, we do 1 question reads, and the other one is an audio response. Maybe you need it right away. That one happens quickly.
That's genius. That's brilliant.
It is, and it's so good. And it's, Carmen, when I do the audio response, people write back, I cannot believe you nailed it. Like, it's so beautiful to just audio tape it and send it to them so they get their answer.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so I
they need right away an answer.
Yes.
And I also find amazing that there's this number. And you know, I have a lot of European people from, as you can see, from Singapore, from anywhere all over the globe. So people need you. So when you guys need Glynis, you have this number to call. And call that number and say, well, I'm in a desperate need. I have 1 or 2 questions. So how can I, get your answers, and how can I connect with you? And this is an easy way. And if you guys want an in-depth session with Glynis, then go for the 45 minutes, or do you offer even longer session, like an hour?
Yes, I do. Like I said, depending on what's going on, especially couples counseling. My couples counseling is never less than an hour. And let me tell you what makes that complicated but wonderful. My job becomes, when I deal with 2 energies, to help both of you understand your pros and your cons and help you not be defensive. You know, when you do couples counseling, there's usually one that's defensive. I'm really good at helping you see who you are. And I think, obviously, my background is comedy. I know how to make people laugh and lighten up. It's very important, right?
That's so amazing.
And that's extremely important. But I help to heal the couple's relationship. I've had marriages that were on the brink of divorce make a comeback, and it's exciting to watch that. But also, like a mother and daughter who haven't talked in 5 years, I can help heal the relationship. So if there's someone you're really pining over, you're just trying to fix it, I can help you do it.
So you're not only working with people finding their life path, finding the divine codification, finding who they are, finding where they are in their life, how they can fix, you're an amazing counselor. You guide them, you help them heal, you help them stick with each other, you show them where is their problem, how they can look within themselves and acknowledge where the problem is. That's an enormous help.
Here's the other one. They might be in a personal year cycle. Like when you're a couple, if you're in 2 different cycles that are in conflict, you're going to feel like your marriage is in trouble, but it's temporary. And I can help you see the difference so that you can weather the storm and realize we're okay. And I believe, I have done enough research to see it, sometimes people break up in a cycle where their personal years were in conflict. And then a couple years later, they get back together, right?
Right.
That's why they do it. They do it because it wasn't real. It was temporary. So knowledge is power. I give you insights to give you power and power to make a good choice. Am I making the right decision leaving this person, or should I stay? I can help you do that. But the other thing, at numberslady.com, they can click on the menu link that says numbers and read about their life path number, read about their attitude. So I call it appetizers. I'm the dinner, but I have some good appetizers.
You know what I also do courses. You also do a lot of lives on Facebook. So people, if you go on Facebook and look for Glynis, she's constantly doing her lives, and you learn so much, and you can put her questions. But go to numberslady.com, and this is your ticket to changing your life for good with the help of Glynis. Got her calendars. I have her calendar. At the other day, I was looking through your calendar. I said, do I do this decision today? I said, no, I'm going to do it tomorrow, because tomorrow is when it's better for me, because I know, you gather so much awareness and knowledge about knowledge, so you made things so clear to everybody to understand how to make the right decision for themselves. And every day we make decisions. So that's right. We act the correct way when the time is right.
And it's just like, when do we speak up and when do we keep it quiet? Some of us in numerology are natural communicators, but it can backfire. You can have a day that's a challenge to you, and suddenly you're in a big battle. You're like, how did this happen? All I did was tell the truth, but they misunderstand you. And so for me personally, now when I have a challenge day, Carmen, it almost puts me in a good mood, because I'm ready. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this. It's a caution day. You're not going to get me.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel better. And then when it comes to surgery, which is always so scary, having the perfect date for your surgery is the blessing. And I've done it for me personally, but also thousands of people have done it. And then I even have a friend right now, her surgery went real wrong for her. Well, she didn't ask me about the surgery date. And sure enough, it was a toxic day for her. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. But the energy was not in alignment. It matters. It really does.
It matters. So you guys need to contact Glynis. Go to numberdaily.com. Go to Facebook and check for Glynis. Go and dial this number. Let's repeat the number: 1-877
686
686
2373
2376
let me do it. 1-877 686 2373.
73.
I would think we have to put it down somewhere, but that is the number to call.
I don't know. I mean, I wish I knew how to put it down, but I promise after the show I'm going to add the number.
Because I do StreamYard too, and I get you. When you do, I'll teach you, Carmen, because it's fun.
You have to teach me that. There's something I
have to do. You just do a banner and you type it in, but I get it. StreamYard's a wonderful way of communicating. I think they did a good job. But I like the way you're pulling up the people. Do you want to do one last one and then we'll skedaddle?
Yeah, we pretty much done. So let's see if there's somebody else at the very end. We're going to go to, Larry, I think that's the name. It's January 25th, 89. Christina wants to know generally about her future. If there's something that you can see for her.
7-8. So she's an 8. So here we go again. She is born on a 7 day, but she's got an 8 attitude and an 8 life path. Remember? So think how many times you had this. It was like 5, 3, 5, 3, 2, 3. And now we have 8, 7, 8. It's just remarkable. That's the other thing about numbers. When people talk about numbers following them around, whenever we do a session, you and I, we see a pattern in the people coming through. And so you say about your new future, or excuse me, your near future, you're in a personal cycle of 4. Oko, that means it's time to learn something you don't know. If you're in business, but there's a party going, I know I should take a class in that, but I haven't. Or maybe it's a relationship, whatever you're trying to understand, healing some of the stuff going on within you. This is the year. You got 3 months left. Take a course online or read a book. There might be a book you want to read to help you feel better. And by the way, on that note, Glynis Has Your Number is a book. Love by the Numbers is another book. They're standalone, meaning you learn different stuff from each one, but it's just about knowledge. Oko, I think in your case, when you learn something new, it does make you happy. The other thing about you with 8s, you love beauty. Like high standards, when something sparkles. I always say when I see 8, I always think of diamonds, because a beautiful diamond will knock out the 8 energy. They're like, wow, that's so pretty. But also when people make an effort, like at a party, a nice dinner, good music, beautifully done, puts you in a great mood, Oko. And then you have a 7, which means you have some mystery. People think they know you. They don't. You are the observer. Like you're watching everybody else. Yes, you can be outspoken. Yes, you can be direct. But other times you shut it down. And you could be in a party situation talking to one person, but you pick up the energy around you. So when you talk about near future, I say this, if you do work on educating yourself, learning something new this year, by year's end, you're going to feel really good about yourself, like you accomplished something. Okay? That's what I see. There you go.
You guys, we have to be grateful to Glynis for joining us today. Thank you so much, Glynis. You're phenomenal, terrific, like always. We love you so much. We want you to join us whenever you have a minute for us. And and we'll see you soon. And everybody, you know what you have to do. Numberslady.com. Go join Glynis on her lives. And, let's thank all of us for what she did for us today. We love you, Glynis. You're the best.
Love you too, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you.
Love you so much. Mwah.